surprised my cheating wife with divorce papers at her secret hotel getaway affair. Hello everyone. Dear listeners, please share your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now let's begin the video. Using a throwaway for obvious reasons with certain specifics modified to preserve anonymity. I was stunned when I showed my wife, who had been cheating on me and secretly took off to a hotel getaway, the divorce papers. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. This story's pretty long and messy, so apologies in advance if I mess up some details. I'm writing this on my phone. Honestly, I've reached a point where I don't see any way out of this mess. I'm completely lost on what to do next. A little background, I'm 44, my wife is 41, and we've been married for 16 years. We have 2 kids, a 14-year-old girl named Lily and a 9-year-old boy named Jake. Our marriage was rocky at first, but we managed to push through the tough times and came out stronger. We married young, so we weren't exactly fully mature, but deep down, we believed we loved each other and could handle any obstacle that came our way. Honestly, now I'm not sure if that was just wishful thinking. Has been a manager at a huge advertising firm for 3 years, while I'm in engineering and have been in my job for 7 years. Both our careers pay well, giving our family a pretty good life. We're a tight-knit family. We always made it a priority to be there for our kids, creating happy memories despite how busy life got. Even now, I honestly think I'm a good dad and husband. I've made my mistakes but I've always done everything I could for her. So it crushed me to discover she was involved in a long-term affair. That's what brings me here. The first sign was her acting distant. The last 2 years before I found out were especially rough. She just didn't seem to enjoy anything I did anymore. She kept comparing me to her boss, which I now realize was a big red flag. She would constantly talk about how he would handle certain situations, and I'd ask her what she wanted me to do to spice up our marriage. Her answer was always, "You should already know." I honestly felt clueless and started researching, buying relationship books thinking I could fix things, but everything I tried was met with indifference or outright bitterness from her. She'd never been like this in all the years I've known her, so I thought the problem was me needing to fix myself. But I didn't realize the real problem was something else entirely. Turns out, and her boss's family became quite close. Their kids loved each other. We've had barbecues, family outings, trips to the arcade, the whole 9 yards. She confided in her boss about our marriage issues, and he gave some decent advice, which I thought made him a good guy. But in hindsight, I see now how dangerous that closeness was. I was emotionally exhausted from trying to fix our relationship. I genuinely believed we had a good marriage before all this drama. But one night, I caught her giggling and texting someone in bed. I leaned over to peek and she instantly snapped away, angry, asking what I was doing. I told her I just wanted to see what was so funny. She said it was none of my business and stormed off to the bathroom. That moment hit me like a punch. I just knew deep down that she was probably having an affair, though I didn't have proof yet. The next day, I asked her directly about it, but she lost her temper and everything. I didn't have access to her phone, but I desperately wanted the truth. I asked to see it, but she refused, only grudgingly giving it to me later that night. I noticed that most of her texts to certain people were deleted, which seemed suspicious. Some conversations didn't make sense, others were outright ridiculous. I handed her phone back and kept quiet for about a month. Then I got a buddy to help recover some deleted messages. Turns out, she'd been using another phone that she hardly used and had been hiding a lot. From those messages, I finally uncovered proof. She was having an affair and it was with her boss. I knew that if I confronted her right then, she'd come up with some excuse or deny it altogether, so I kept my cool. The worst part was how it might destroy everything. The kids, our lives. I cried in front of my friend, feeling crushed. I didn't want to give up on the marriage, so I bought a book called How to Help Your Spouse Heal from an Affair, hoping she'd read it and see how much she hurt me. I planned to talk to her on Saturday, but she said she had an emergency at work and told me not to wait for her. When I checked her story on Monday, the workplace was closed on weekends. She never answered my calls. She got home around 2 a.m. Sunday, took a quick shower and then came to bed. I asked why she was so late, but she dodged, repeating that she told me not to wait for her. I was fed up. I didn't give her the book I bought. I was suffering, and she didn't seem to care. I even reached out to her boss's wife to see if she knew anything. I don't regret it, honestly. She was as shocked as I was and wanted to confront her husband, but I warned her he'd just lie like did. We met at her house, too. Compare evidence. I had more than enough on, and she had hers too. It was confirmed her boss was unfaithful for 2 years, just like. The boss's wife was furious, and so was I. We saw every detail. Hotel rooms, trips, explicit texts, photos, the whole sickening picture. We decided not to keep the images because we didn't want to scar ourselves. We just wanted justice. Both of us filed divorce papers around the same time. We didn't tell our spouses. When the day came to serve her, I waited at the hotel with the sheriff while was called down. She was dressed in a bathrobe, panicked, asking what I was doing there. The sheriff confirmed her identity and served her the papers. Her face registered shock, whether from anger or shame, I don't know, but I didn't want to rub it in. I began to walk away, but she grabbed my arm, screaming and demanding answers. I told her straightforwardly, "You had an affair, I'm leaving, that's it." She started crying, saying she could explain, that I had the wrong idea. I lost my temper and the sheriff had to step in and tell her to let me go. I left quickly, feeling like I had finally had enough. Her boss rushed home after being served, freaked out, and her own divorce is dragging. Neither of them wants to give up. They claim the affair was just physical, nothing more. They've ruined their marriages over it. We both wanted revenge, yet decided not to cross that line into having affairs ourselves. We filed for divorce, and I was dead set on making it final. Now both and her boss are fighting us on the courts, desperately trying to block it. They say they never meant to leave their spouses, that it was just a fling. But I honestly don't buy it. I asked what she thought the outcome would be, and she said she was going with the flow, acting out of character because she feels remorseful, she claims. She's now going to therapy, reading the book I gave her and trying to be better. She insists she's sorry because she got caught, not because she truly regrets her actions. She blames her insecurity, bragging about her affair as a fantasy she regrets but still can't forget. She even said that she thinks the other betrayed spouse is stronger, with more integrity, and that's why I was tempted to go back. When the therapist asked what it would take for me to consider her proposition, I honestly said, a time machine. Because what I have now is a sham of a marriage, and I never signed up for this. She then proposed a trial separation, where I could go out and try to regain my confidence while she stayed faithful, a crazy idea, honestly. I told her it wouldn't work, but she insisted her plan was to wait until I was ready, while she stayed loyal. It all sounds insane to me, like she's just grasping for hope. Lately has been strangely calm, almost like a different person. I know I shouldn't trust her fully, but it's hard. She's been generous with the divorce proceedings, and even though everyone warns me divorce gets nasty, I feel like mine might actually be pretty smooth. I've revoked our therapy sessions for now because I think she's holding on to false hope. Still, she persists. She's begged to stay close, to have sex, even bought lingerie, sent sexts, and tried everything to rekindle us. Honestly, I miss intimacy. I miss feeling close. And yeah, I'll admit, she's been pushing at that lately. She's taken down everything related to the affair, completely out of my sight. The feelings of desire come back, and I find myself confused about what I want. Sometimes I wonder if she's manipulating me, but I really don't think so. I've even let myself have sex with another betrayed spouse, a woman I've been talking to who's also going through a breakup. It was incredible, probably one of the most satisfying nights I've ever had. She was so eager to please, and it felt so good to feel wanted again. We don't plan to develop anything further, but after all I've been through, I realize I deserve better than how I was treated. Honestly, I finally see that I can do better. I've been told I should be angry or bitter, but I see now that I've been underestimated, put down. I lost years of happiness to a woman who betrayed me, but I also gained my children and some good memories. I get it now. I don't have to settle. I refuse to be anyone's fallback, and I won't accept disrespect from anyone, not even those close to me. If a relationship doesn't bring fulfillment or respect, I bounce. Communication is key, I've learned that. And I truly believe that only I can heal myself from the inside out. So I guess I'll keep this simple. I'll finish my divorce, I'll move forward, and I'll focus on building a better life. Everything else, whether my ex-wife tries to manipulate me or not, doesn't matter anymore. I've finally accepted that I deserve happiness and I'm going to grab it. Thanks to everyone here who supported me along the way. Your advice and encouragement kept me afloat, and I'll always be grateful for that. Now, for an update, I'm still in the process of finalizing everything. My wife and I decided to be civil for the holidays, the last one we'll spend as a family. I love my kids, they're everything to me. The divorce will be final in mid-February. We split everything evenly, and although she's been very generous, I still wonder if she's just trying to be kind before she drags her feet. Or acts out later. Honestly, she has been nice because she says she recognizes how much I've done as a husband and dad. I've stopped therapy altogether because I think it was giving her false hope, especially with her still trying to reconnect, even after everything. She's been trying to be intimate, from lingerie to sexting, even burning and replacing anything related to Ohm without even asking me. I don't want to know all the details. I just want to move on. I've cut contact with the other betrayed spouse for now because things were getting too intense. I don't want to get caught up in a revenge affair or anything like that. Still, the other betrayed spouse and I are talking, and I won't lie, things got pretty hot when we met up recently. It was incredible. Honestly, I think that night might broken a barrier, best sex I've ever had. She was so eager and giving, way beyond my ex's effort. I don't think we'll pursue anything further, but it was a much-needed boost to my confidence. Looking back, I realize that I'm proud of how I handled this whole situation. Imperfect, maybe, but doing my best. I've lost a lot financially, but I've gained clarity and a stronger sense of self-respect. If there's one thing I want everyone to take away, respect yourself, never accept disrespect, and communicate openly. If you get betrayed, only you can heal your heart. It takes time and effort. I'm here to answer any questions, but I'm officially done posting about this. I need to focus on moving forward. So that's where I am now. Thanks again for all your support. I wish you all health and happiness.